Gregory Keene is here to continue the story with Huberman and Carlotta Magnani.
So Charlie Brett, the bartender from the Poinsettia Club, has been kidnapped. First he gave me Evelyn Channel's address, then he was beaten up, and now someone's gone a step further. The news just came over the air. So I'm marking time, being pleasant and playing my part, drinking a martini with Huberman and Carlotta Magnani in this charming house of hers on something they call the North Shore.
Kidnappings, Felix, here in this city. Oh, this lawlessness is dreadful. It terrifies me.
What the deuce would anyone want to snatch a bartender from the Poinsettia Club for? Tell me that. What do you say, Keene?
Perhaps he knew too much.
Well, why not kill him, then?
Perhaps someone didn't want him to tell who had beaten him up last night or why.
I suppose that's as good a guess as any.
Oh, please do not let's talk about it. This city's becoming a town of nothing but violence and murder.
Oh, look here, we've hardly broached this shaker. Let's go again. Before anyone will know why Brett was grabbed, they'll have to find the chap.
Yes, and I'd like to find the chap myself. Oh, I made a mistake. When I heard Brett had been given the treatment in an alley behind the Poinsettia Club, I should have gone after the fellow at once. I should have done everything possible to find out who roughed him up and why. But I've had one of those strokes of luck you only dream about, and I let Charlie Brett come second. And now, of course, it's too late. I have to rely on the letter Bruno Kesselring addressed to himself at the GPO in Sydney. It tells me about a penthouse apartment at the top of Cunningham Towers. Oh, but I can't use that information yet. I must wait till I get a reply from Milo Fentress in London. I must know definitely, once and for all, if I can trust Felix Huberman, or if, as some gremlin keeps on whispering to me, he's one of the people behind the odd things that have been going on.
Where's your glass, Keene? You're one behind. Oh, hello, this won't do.
What is it, Felix?
Keene's glass is cracked.
I didn't notice.
No, it's only slight, but there's one thing I know.
Oh, those people of mine in the kitchen. They're new arrivals, and I'm lucky to have them, of course, but if they played golf with the glass and the china, they could do no worse. Felix, give Major Keene another.
Coming up.
How do you like my house, Major Keene?
I think it's enchanting.
I am very proud of it. The grounds and the garden are so large they keep me penniless, but I love them. And the swimming pool. Come over to this tall window.
Mm-hmm.
There. See it in the moonlight?
Well, you've really a delightful place.
From my neighbors comes a little stream. I had it dammed, and the deep pool it made lined with tiles. Then around it we made lawns, you know. And now people say my house in summer is the loveliest in the city.
What's that right down there at the bottom of the slope?
Oh, that is part of the harbor. There I have a little landing. There are steps going down. My yacht you cannot see from here, and neither can you see the little house the speedboat lives in. Oh, but why don't we go up to the sun deck upstairs? Felix, I am taking Major Keene up to the deck for a moment.
Right, sir. Not too long, I'll come up and get you.
You are fond of sailing, Major? If we have good weather one day, you must come out with me. The harbor, you know, from the water, it looks so much better.
That's the way, Carlotta. Smooth as silk. Stephen, at the double. Good. Take this glass and cigarette box. Don't smudge them, if all. From the two, you'll get a full set of fingerprints. Take them off and make them up the way we've been shown.
Okay, Mr. Huberman.
Do them at once and give the card to Carlotta. You must have it by morning. How are you making out behind the mirror, Nicky?
Fine. Keene's going to be a sitting shot.
Well, don't take your eyes off him. I'm going up to join them on the sun deck. I'll take Keene off in a few minutes, drop him at my place, and come straight back here for some more briefing. Stay right with it. And don't try slipping out for a quick slug of this martini either. Understand? Hello, Evelyn.
Hello, Felix, darling. Come in. I had an idea you'd drop in at the club tonight.
Did you want me to?
I always wanted to. Tonight especially. Where's Gregory Keene?
I've just dropped him off at my place. Been driving him about to give him the hang of the town. Why?
A radiogram arrived for him. just before I left for the club.
Radio signal? Addressed to your place?
Yes, from London.
Oh, good. Heave it over. I'm going home from here. I can pass it on to Keane.
Well, shouldn't I give it to Keane myself?
Oh, for Pete's sake, why? Do you want me to phone the chap and drag him all the way back into town just to take his down radiogram out of your hands?
I just thought... Well, it might be terribly important, Felix.
No, well, please yourself. What do you think I'm going to do with it anyway? I'll ring Keane from here.
Yes, I suppose I am being silly. Aren't I?
Frankly, darling, yes, you are.
Well, here it is then. But for heaven's sake, be sure he gets it.
Thanks.
Oh, Felix, do you have to go so soon? I'm not on again for an hour.
Sorry, Angel, there's work to be done.
At this hour?
Since when have people like us been on clock punching?
Good night then, darling. Come and see me at the flat again soon.
Very soon. Good night.
Night. I know I shouldn't have let Felix take that message. I know I shouldn't. If only I could make up my mind what's gone wrong. It can't possibly be Felix.
Right. I'll just see what Fentress is communicating with Keane about. So Keane's not such a fool. Checking up on me, eh? No signal made to Huberman. Stop. No clue on Maxim or Boys. Stop. Run for cover. Keep in close touch. Watch Evelyn Channel. Stop. Watch. Repeat watch. Huberman. Fentress. Well, old chap, the cards are still coming the NightShade way. We'll fix this for you. We'll fix this very smartly at Carlotta's.
We have to speed things up, Felix. If you had managed to intercept this radiogram...
But I did. Just a minute. Stephen? There's another job for you. Make up a radiogram, same time, and dispatch data as this one. Word it. Signal to Huberman, correct as sent. Stop. Further information soon. Stop. Maxim and Boys accounted for. Good hunting. Fentress. Got that?
Ready in half an hour, Mr. Huberman.
Good show. All right. Now here's how things stand. Nick Barnes here has had 2 hours to watch Gregory Keane and listen to him. We've a full set of Keane's fingerprints. We have Charlie Brett right here on ice until we're ready for Keane to put some bullets into him for us. And here in this folder is everything Barnes needs to know about Gregory Keane himself, past, present, and future. Take it.
How long will I have to absorb this stuff?
Oh, a week at the outside. Once I've substituted Keane's prints and pictures for Sammy Rice's at police headquarters, we'll be all set and ready to go.
You know, I wasn't very happy when you disposed of Sammy Rice. Now I admit it was a good thing.
Yes, particularly as we're the only people who know he's no longer with us.
Stop me if I'm butting in.
Well?
Here am I, dead in the center of whatever you're cooking up for this character, Gregory Keane. It's pretty obvious he's not going to be around when I take his place. It's pretty obvious, with all this fingerprint drill, that Keane's going to become Sammy Rice, and you're going to saddle this Rice with a killing. I can hardly fail to realize that the unfortunate victim's going to be Charlie Brett, the bartender.
What are you getting at, chum?
It's a long way around.
What is?
Why not bump Keane off yourself and be done with it?
What do you think, Carlotta? Do we tell him?
Nicky is in terribly deep. He could hardly, what do you say, squeal on us? Ever.
Well, without going into masses of detail, Barnes, the situation's roughly this. You see, if Keane's knocked off, it'll point too clearly to either Evelyn Channel or me.
Mm-hmm.
And unless the death is fully accounted for, bodies have a horrible way of turning up. We're not prepared to take the risk of Keane's turning up, so we're letting him vanish as Sammy Rice and letting him live happily on, as you.
You're slipping.
Tell me more.
Isn't there a concrete job going on somewhere? You could slip him into some wet concrete.
Oh, it's been done. No, that's out.
The harbor covers quite a lot of ground. Why don't you weigh him well and drop him into the deep, deep sea?
Some years ago, Barnes, some bright boys got rid of one of their chums by doing just that. They rubbed their hands together and kissed him goodbye. He had about 300 weight of anchor chain wrapped around him. But you know what happened?
Don't hold out on me.
A shark coughed up a human arm in an aquarium here, and the Bright Boys weren't happy anymore. In fact, they were all rounded up.
Oh.
So we are arranging things differently. It's complicated, but I'm in a privileged position. I can make it stick. To all intents and purposes, Keene won't disappear at all. We're not doing him in and taking the risk of having his body turn up. It'd be dynamite. It'd blow us all sky high. The NightShade ring in the works. This is the way we're doing it.
You're still holding out on me.
You worry too much, Nicky. What is it now?
What really happens to Keene?
You mean Sammy Rice, don't you? Well, old man, I'll tell you. Rice isn't going to like it in Quad waiting his trial for murder. They're going to look into his cell one cold morning and he's going to be dead. He'll have taken his own life, poor chap. You see, Barnes? That is what is going to happen to Major Gregory Keene.
I'm still waiting for that radiogram from Milo Fentress in London. I'm still waiting to know if my ideas about Felix Huberman are true or false. And when I do, then we strike. At whoever lives in that penthouse at the top of Cunningham Tower.
The web tightens about Gregory Keene. Listen for the next chapter in this story of intrigue, Deadly Nightshade.